Today, we're talking about performing with pocket operators.
Freebeat.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to Freebeat, where I post new music-related content every single day, so if that sounds good to you, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Today's patron shout-out goes to Benedict M. Thank you so very much for the support. Let's get started. Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome to 2023. I hope this year treats you well and that you are already doing well. That was a poorly constructed sentence, so let's move past it into the topic. Today, I want to talk about performing with pocket operators, specifically how I used pocket operators in my most recent live show performance, Freebeat Live 20K New Year celebration, which premiered on the channel just a couple days ago. Now, in that live stream show, I actually had a moment where I performed on two different pocket operators, and I will throw those clips in now. After the show, quite a few people reached out and asked me how I performed with the pocket operators and what my setup was and what the clearly obvious effects were. So I figured I'd show you today. So the two pocket operators I used in that track were the PO-128 Megaman for that keys solo, and then the PO-24 Office for that super weird sounding industrial section. Now, I do want to say for the keyboard solo, as well as for the second half of the industrial section, there are backing tracks playing, and those are playing off of my Roland SPD-SX. The keyboard solo actually starts with a backing track already playing, and then during the PO-24 Office portion, you can actually see me reach over and with a finger tap a pad on the SPD-SX to trigger that backing track. However, I do keep playing on the Office for quite a while. Now, both of these pocket operators for this performance were ran through the MPC-1 here for the effects. So let's start off with the PO-128 Office. As you can see here on camera, I've got two different line ins on the MPC-1 here, both going mono from each of the pocket operators. So input number 1 went to the PO-128 Megaman, and under that, also right here, input number 2 went to the PO-24 Office. So let's get the Megaman plugged in right now. And on the pocket operator, I actually set the volume to 9, pad number 9. And on the MPC, I actually just had this setup saved as a project. So it's called Pocket Operator NY 2022, or NY20K, I guess, for the New Year's 20K show. Yeah, they're just set up as audio tracks. So if I go into my audio track section here and go to Audio 1, that's what the PO-128 is set to. And you can hear that the audio is coming through the MPC-1 now. And actually, if we click on this little eye here, we can see the inserts for the channel. I just ran the PO-128 through two of the stock MPC-1 effects. We have a delay, a ping pong delay, very, very subtle, and then we just have a medium reverb. Again, pretty basic. Nothing too fancy. And then from there, I just played this solo. There was actually a little mistake in there, but that's okay. People are probably going to ask how I came up with that solo and how I, got it down to where I could play it live, and the answer to that is just practice. I had the backing track playing on the computer for a long time as I was rehearsing, just looping that section, and I just kept fiddling around and trying different melodies for the solo until I came up with something that I liked. Challenges for the solo were getting to the glide button in time, as well as jumping octaves in the middle by just tapping the sound button. But the real challenge was getting to the glide button in this section. Yeah, a little bit of fancy finger work there, but with rehearsal, it actually wound up being not that difficult to do live, and I was pretty happy with how I was able to play the solo live on stream. So let's talk about the PO-24 now. So, gonna plug that into the MPC. Just like with the Megaman, I set the volume at 9. And let's back out of here and go to audio track number 2, which is what the PO-24 is plugged into. So this is where things got weird in the show, and that's kind of the effect I was going for. I do use two effects on the PO-24. I use the granulator and an air reverb. I believe I have that set to large. Yep, large studio. And the granulator, I used the preset Mysteries, and I just kind of played with various parameters on screen at the same time that I was playing with the PO-24. So the big one that has a lot of effect, of course, is the mix. can get some really, just big, huge sounds out of it just by letting the preset stay where it is and adjusting the mix. And then I also did use the parameters on the PO-128 as well. And towards the middle of this section, I also used the pitch right here, which gives it a really cool effect. Super cool. I love that sound. From there, the pattern I'm playing on the Office kind of turns into a little bit of a beat. And I got it to the point where I could play it with one hand and use my other hand to adjust the mix as well as the pitch. And then, of course, reach over and trigger the backing track that needed to come in. In terms of syncing up those tempos, they are not synced at all. I just spent enough time rehearsing this piece that I kind of had the tempo of the backing track coming in ingrained in my memory, and I was able to basically match it. So yeah, those were not, whoops, accidentally hit the screen there. Those were not synced up at all. I don't play to a click live either. All those tempos I just pull right out of my head. And I've found that if you can kind of get within, 3 to 5 BPM in either direction, when you're hitting your first note, you can sync up with the rest of the backing track super easily once it comes in. That's really on any instrument in any capacity. Of course, there are exceptions, but with a lot of my music, I've found that I've played it enough times that I can just hit the backing track, and I'm usually within 3 to 5 BPM by guessing, and then I can dial it in from there once I can, get a good lock on the backing track itself. So there you go. That's how I was able to perform with my pocket operators during my Freebeat Live 20K New Year's celebration show. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed using the POs with the MPC-1, and I will definitely be doing it again. Also, to anyone out there who recognizes this piece of music, it is the overture from my yet-to-be-released pocket operator album, concept album called The Mechanist. As I mentioned in the live show, I might not be releasing it as a pocket operator album in the future. It does seem like these are becoming discontinued, which will be a topic in a soon-ish upcoming video. And I have started to have some issues with some of my pocket operators, but I'm very passionate about the music and the story of The Mechanist, so I do plan on still finishing it, whether that be on pocket operators or another instrument. I want to finish it in some capacity and release it because, again, it's a project that I'm really into. I do hope you found this video informative or at least entertaining. If you did, be sure to leave a like on it. If not, you can always leave a dislike. That's okay too. Doesn't hurt my feelings. Just makes me try that much harder next time. Either way, be sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Thank you all so very much for being here. Thanks for watching. Happy New Year, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye.